I'm BugeyeBob, and I'm on a mission to resurrect this 1958 Austin Healey Mark I Sprite from this to this so it doesn't end up in this. So, had a fairly decent day of weather yesterday, no threat of rain, hot as hell. Set up the canopy outside and got a lot of stuff done. And I'm going to go through and cover what I've gotten done. I'm not going to show you any detail on it because I didn't record any of it because it's all stuff you've seen before. So let's start off here. So if you remember, one of the problems that I had, I'd done all of these tack welds up along through here and along here. This isn't too big of an issue because this is got a flange on it. I got a flange on this piece here. So these kind of work out more like spot welds. I did it on both sides. It's kind of like this piece is spot welded in. However, this part right here, this was the area where I had all the snowmen at. Now, when I ground them down, what I found was, let's see if I can get in and blow this up real good. Each of these places where there was a little snowman, that's got a hole in it, and sometimes a lot of holes in it, like a couple here do. And that's porosity in the weld. I got it up here too. So when I welded this, I had the metal pressed up tight in some places. The cut was kind of, so up here I had porosity and porosity and porosity. Well, where the hell did it come from? When I did the cut, I used a grinder with a cutoff disc on it. But you're in here like this, and it's kind of hard to run a straight line. Even though I drew a straight line, it's kind of hard to run a straight line in there. When I cut this panel, I cut it to fit the distance that was pretty much from here to here. What I should have done is I should have done a cut and butt. This panel should have been cut longer. Then I should have gone in and cut a small piece, tacked it in, cut another small piece, tacked it in, and done that across and stripped out the excess little piece that's in there, and you'll see that in an upcoming video. But what I did was I ended up, you can see there's kind of a big gap right here. So stupid me, I thought, well, you know what, I've got a hot melt glue gun for steel. I'll just weave across that and patch that hole up, and life will be good. Well, I had a fan blowing crossways. In fact, I still have it. I don't know if you can maybe see that even. So what I had, if you watch this little piece of cloth right here, or little piece of paper towel, you'll see that it's waving around. Well, I had that fan blowing to get some cross breeze, and I had a fan blowing from back in that direction to get some side breeze. And my mind said, you're on this side, so the MIG is going to put out gas on this side, and that's going to protect the weld. Well, it didn't. I think what actually happened is I got turbulence from the air coming this way, and that resulted in not good protection for the weld. And so I ended up with some ugly weld stuff. I picked up a small TIG unit. I am going to go through and redo these welds with TIG, and I'll lay wire in where this gap is, because right there it's almost 1/16 of an inch. And so what I'll do is I'll lay TIG wire in there and weld this up with TIG, and we should be good. So let's now look at the the back side of this. So now over on this side, you can see, maybe if I shoot in real tight, right into there, you can still see porosity in this weld. Got real bad porosity right there. So again, apparently, the metal was pretty well cleaned off as best as I could get it. And apparently it was just the, I had a pretty good airflow, or pretty good shielding gas flow too, but it looks like the turbulence of the air around the vehicle ended up causing that to porosity in those tack welds. So we'll fix that. As you can see, a lot more crud in the welds here. And you can see I got this cleaned up a little bit, and that cleaned up a little bit. That's all going to be TIG welded to make sure it's sturdy again. Go through and do these welds up again, get those in better shape. Got to do this weld up again. And that weld up again. And that's it for that. I have a difficult spot to weld here. So what I've done is I've put a piece of board, I clamped a piece of board in here so that I got something to run my hand across. Now, this is going to kill my back, but no guts, no glory. I'll figure out how to twist this thing. I think I want it like that. Trigger for this, and hopefully we'll get it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can now make a one-time or recurring donation to help save Lazarus through PayPal. For less than the price of a cup of coffee each month, you can support this project as a member on Patreon. See the links in the description below. All right, get around to the other side and work on the rest of that. Show you when it's done. Okay, let's take a look at what I got done. I got this welded up. I've still got to go through. I've hammered and dollied it a little bit. I've got to go through and grind the weld down, check for any pinholes, things like that, and do more work on it. This has a little bit of blippity in on it, but not real bad at the moment. This little piece is welded in. Again, hammer and dolling and grinding for the weld needs to be done. That one right there, same thing, welded in. That's actually the big piece that goes all the way across. I got this outside edge here welded, and I still need to hammer and dolly it. Let's go over to, so this is the footwell and the inside, it's footwell and wheel well. This is the big piece that goes across the side you just saw. Got this all tigged in, got to grind it down, and this is going to take a lot of hammer and dollying because I got way too much heat in the panel in certain spots. Take a look at the inside of it real quick. So again, TIG this all up. It's ugly as hell. I can't get my head in to look to see what I'm doing, so I'm having to watch what I'm doing from out here, and obviously can't see real well. But I think once it's ground down and hammered and dolly out, be hard to tell. I also did these 4-5 spots right here, TIG those up just for the heck of it, and this is all real stiff now. This panel here is real stiff. So I think once it's ground and dollied out, those are all going to be good, solid welds. Ground down the welds, hammered and dollied it a bit. Going to take some more hammer and dollying, but there's no sense in showing you that because that's just a lot of hammer and dollying. And let's go back, flip this over this way. Take a look down, right down there. Take a look right down there. So you can see, ground that down some. Let's flip this around. Ground this down, ground this down, ground this down. Still not pretty, but probably good enough. This ain't a Concourse quality car, folks. Won't ever be. Don't even think about it. Again, I'm probably going to end up having to, besides hammer and dollying, I'm probably going to have to use the gas torch and do some heat shrinking in here to get this leveled down more. And let's go back this way. Here's the other side of that, right here. And can you see that down there? Oh, kind of sort of see it, I guess. So that's that. Not perfect, but it's all hidden from anybody's view sight. Yeah, it's all hidden from anybody seeing it because it's down in the footwell on one side and the fender well on the other side. The one thing I do have to do, though, I have these panels that need to be spot welded in. Yeah, somehow into here. But that's going to take some, That's basically got to go up in there, something like that. This piece up here is jamming so it doesn't go down in. But before I can do that, I have got to fix, before I can do that, I've got to fix this piece in here that's all rusted to hell. So that's going to be in another video. That's going to wrap up the footwells and wheel wells for now. Anything else I do is hammer and dollying or possibly heat shrinking. You've seen me do heat shrinking. You've seen lots of people do hammer and dollying, probably a lot better than I do, so we won't worry about that. Covered the panels that I need to put into the footwells before the floor pans can go on, but those are no big rush. I've got to fix the rails that run front to back. Those are main structural components. I've got pieces cut out to do those. I've got pieces cut out to do the, let's bring you back. I've got the pieces cut out to do these, replace these pieces here on each side, and then I've got the pieces cut to replace this on each side where it's all rusted out. And that'll take care of that. I've got a new cross member to put in here, and then I've got the front and back pieces and all that stuff coming up in future videos. So, this is the other A-pillar area. Again, it's rusted out right here, so that's all got to be cut out and replaced. So, fun things coming up, folks. So, that is it for now. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, ask questions. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that have more experience than I do. I hope that I'm providing some good, useful information. If you find what I say useful and think it's worth your time, please join over on Patreon, become a member over there. I think it's like $4 a month. Most people probably, waste $4 a month on coffee. Leave a half cup of coffee sitting someplace and do that twice, and you've paid for the $4 a month. Appreciate the help. If you can afford to subscribe over on Patreon, there is a way that you can donate to the channel down below on PayPal. If you can do that, lovely, really appreciate it. Got a couple of people over on Patreon that have been supporting me. Had some people on now asking, well, how can I support you, but I don't want to join over on Patreon? Okay, fine. You can do a one-time donation on PayPal. I think that is it for this video, and we will see you next week with, I don't know what it is, but it's going to be interesting. Have a good one, folks. Thanks. Over and out. Well, folks, that's it for this episode of BugeyeBob. I really appreciate you watching and hope that, like me, you've learned a few things to do, or maybe not to do, in this episode. Please like and comment on this video, as it encourages YouTube to share it with others and helps grow the channel. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell to get notified when new videos are released. If you'd like to support this channel and save Lazarus from the recycle furnace, you can now make a one-time or recurring donation through PayPal. You can also support this restoration project by becoming a member at patreon.com/BugeyeBob. Patreon members get early access to the videos, and in the future will enjoy question and answer sessions and live streams. As this channel grows, future Patreon member benefits will include bonus or extended videos, member names in the credits, and the ability to suggest topics for future videos. You can follow this BugeyeBob restoration on YouTube and Facebook. You'll find the links in the description below for PayPal, Patreon, YouTube, and Facebook. Once again, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and supporting this channel.